One of the topics that Croatia got as a part of the project year was human body. In the previous two lessons, students were learning about different parts of human body. So in these lessons, we decided to talk about words and expressions we can use when we talk about physical appearance and when we want to describe how someone looks like. We were doing block lesson. Each lesson lasted for 45 minutes. Students participating in the lesson were elementary students aged 10 to 11. Both lessons were conducted by an English teacher and a computer science teacher. As an introduction, students were playing a game Simon Says. The point of the game was to revise body parts that students learned in the previous lesson. Teacher was saying different body parts that they had to touch, but they had to do it only if the teacher says Simon Says before the command. But if the teacher didn't say Simon Says and they did the command, they are out of the game. The game lasts until only one student is left. After students revised body parts, they had to do an exercise created with linoid. On the whiteboard, they could see different expressions about physical appearance. The expressions were mixed up and they had to come to the computer and put the expressions in the right place. Their task was to decide if the expressions belong to describing body, hair, or face. For example, for body, they had the expression slim. For face, they had the expression mustache, and for hair, they had an expression curly. After they finished sorting out words, we checked if all the words are in the right place, and then students had to do the crossword puzzle. The puzzle was already on the computers. As clues in the crossword, they had the translation of the words from the board. So if they click on the number, they, for example, get the word nizak, which is a Croatian translation of the word short. So they have to write English word in the crossword. That way they saw the Croatian equivalents of all the words from the board. After students learned some new words that they can use for descriptions, they had to now use them. They were told to walk around the classroom and try to memorize how one person looks like, but that person can't guess that they were looking at him or her. After they went back to their seats, they had to write the description of one person from the classroom using the expressions they learned. Students then read their descriptions and others had to guess who are they describing. Next thing students had to do was drawing. They all got one sheet of blank paper and they first had to draw the head in the top part of the paper. After they finished, they had to fold the paper so the head can't be seen and give the paper to someone else in the classroom. When they all get folded papers, they have to draw the body without seeing the head and fold the paper again, and they do the same thing with drawing the legs. When all the students were finished, we put all drawings on the board. Individual students came to the board, choose one drawing and try to describe it. We had some funny looking drawings and descriptions. After that, students watched and listened to a song from YouTube. The song is called What Do You Look Like? And after listening to it, they had to elicit all the questions they heard and all the expressions dealing with physical appearance. Also, they added some more questions that they could think of to ask about how someone looks like. In the next activity, students had to practice asking and answering questions about physical appearance. On the projector, they could see pictures and different looking people. One student chooses one person from the picture, and the other students ask him questions to try to guess which person did he or she choose. Students could ask only yes and no questions. The last activity combined different given descriptions in English and drawing with Easy GIF Animator. On different slides, students were given instructions of what they need to draw, so they were doing it in that program. After they finished drawings, they launched an animation of all their drawings.